Let's understand entire Java exception hierarchy in the simplest possible way in 3 minutes. If you understand this, debugging becomes easier, your code becomes safer, and interviews become much simpler. Let's begin. We start at the very top, Throwable. Throwable is the parent of everything Java throws. It has two major children, error and exception. Errors represent problems the application cannot recover from. These usually come from the JVM. Under error, we first have VirtualMachineError, which includes OutOfMemoryError, when memory is exhausted, StackOverflowError, when recursion goes too deep, and InternalError, when the JVM itself hits unexpected issues. Next is LinkageError, which occurs when classes fail to link properly. This includes NoClassDefFoundError, when a class was present during compile but missing at runtime, ClassFormatError, when a class file is corrupted, UnsupportedClassVersionError, when a class is compiled with a newer JDK, NoSuchMethodError, and AbstractMethodError, when methods expected at runtime don't exist, and UnsatisfiedLinkError, when native libraries aren't found. We also have AssertionError, thrown when an assertion fails. Now let's move to the exception branch. Exceptions represent conditions the program can recover from. They come in two types, checked and unchecked. Checked exceptions must be handled using try-catch or declared with throws. Common ones include IOException and its children like FileNotFoundException, EOFException. We also have CLEexception for database errors, ClassNotFoundException when a class is missing, InterruptedException when threads are interrupted, ExecutionException and TimeoutException for concurrency tasks, CloneNotSupportedException when cloning is not allowed, ParseException and a URISyntaxException for invalid formats. Next we have unchecked exceptions. Unchecked exceptions do not require try-catch. These represent programming mistakes. The most common ones are null pointer exception, arithmetic exception like divide by 0, and index out of bounds exception with array index out of bounds exception and string index out of bounds exception for invalid indexing. We also have class cast exception for invalid casting, illegal argument exception with number format exception for bad input, illegal state exception when an object is not ready for use, unsupported operation exception when an operation is not allowed, concurrent modification exception during illegal modification of collections, no such element exception when elements are missing, security exception for access violations, and type not present exception when a type is missing. And that is the complete Java exception hierarchy in just 3 minutes.